Thank you so much, Fabian, for the information. And next we have our EOPS Care. For that, we have Miss Caitlin Ireno.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you all for having me today. My name is Caitlin Edeneo, and I'm the program specialist with EOPS and Care. Can we go to the next slide, please? So EOPS and Care is a state-funded program that provides access for educational opportunities for those who are low-income or underrepresented students in their educational journeys. So our program has been advocating and supporting students for 52 years now, and we are just thriving as long as ever. We also have an umbrella program within the EOPS program, which is called CARE. So it's Cooperative Agencies Resources for Education. This CARE program is a supplemental program to the EOPS program, which supports single parents who are currently receiving TANF or cash aid. And those students have to at least have one child under the age of 18. Can we move to the next slide? Thank you. So in order to be a candidate for the EOPS program, you would have to qualify for something called the California Promise Grant. I'm sure that you all have been maybe speaking of this. It is a financial aid criteria that is met. So you would have to qualify for method A, B, or C with the 0 EFC. What that EFC means is the estimated family contribution. So if you do have the California Promise Grant C and you do have an EFC of 0, you would still qualify for our program. We do require that our students are enrolled in 12 units, at least for their first semester with us. Thereafter, you could discuss with your counselor what's best suitable for you. And you could definitely just make those arrangements between you and your counselor. Also, we do work with Access and Foster Youth, our foster youth program on campus. And if they deem you to be full-time, let's say at 9 units, then we would definitely honor that. So we work hand in hand collaboratively with our Access and our foster youth program on campus. The benefits to be a part of our program, I would say the first one is probably priority registration. So we know how much of a struggle it is to get that class that you want before it fills up. So that priority registration is able to support you and be able to get you into the class the first day, that professor that you've been dying to take, and things of that nature. We also have a book service. So we used to have a book voucher. We moved over to a book grant. And we may be moving back to the book voucher actually, but basically we are able to provide you funds or monies that go directly to you for money for books, because we know how costly these textbooks could get. So the funding or the monies do fluctuate from semester to semester, but they've been consistently $350 for the past 3 semesters. And I don't really see that changing anytime soon. So it's just another service that we offer. We also work with the CalWorks program. So we have our EOPS Care CalWorks one-on-one tutoring department here on campus at the ASAC. Our tutoring services are online, in-person, group, but I think a majority of our students are utilizing online at this point in time. I would say one of our most fruitful program benefits is our counseling services. So our counseling services is essentially, you are required to meet with the counselor 3 times a semester. And we do this with intention. So there's intention behind each meeting that you meet with your counselor. We do want you to build rapport and have that relationship with your counselor, just so that you don't have to keep repeating maybe the same issues or your background or anything of that nature to different counselors all of the time. So you have that one counselor that you kind of build with through your time at Mount SAC. Lastly, we are open for applications in the month of November. So we will be opening next month for applications, and you could find all of our information there at the website, www.mountsac.edu. And then Teresa also put that information in the chat for us. So thank you. I'm also going to leave my info in the chat. So if you guys have any other questions or any like burning questions that you just wanted to ask, any questions, concerns, do I qualify, things of that nature, I left my email and my direct line, and I also included our EOPS direct line as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Caitlin, for your assistance with that and some great information. Next, we have our Reach Foster Youth Program, and Briseida Massa is going to be giving us a little bit more information.
Awesome. Thank you, Jasmine, and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Briseida Maciel, and I serve as the program specialist for our Reach Guardian Scholars program here at Mount SAC. Thank you for switching over to the next slide. And so we have been established for the past 5-6 years. We have our own little area on campus. So we are located in the Equity Center, which I'll talk a little bit more in terms of where we're located and how you can apply to be part of our program. But essentially our mission is to assist current or former foster youth who are making their way over into Mount SAC throughout their time at Mount SAC and as they're looking to transition and or graduate. So if you are a current or prospective student who is looking to come in and want to graduate with an associate's degree, or you want to transfer out to a California university or a CSU private institution, our program assists you all your way from the beginning to the end. And the way that we go about assisting you is through different support services and benefits that you'll get to access by joining our program. And so some of these are kind of listed on the right-hand side. So we do have priority registration, which means that you'll get to register for classes way before the general registration, class registration date comes. We also have financial aid assistance. So if you're someone who qualifies for Chafee Grant, or you might think you might qualify for Chafee Grant and you just need the assistance, our team is able to support you in that. And so that does provide you with an additional $5,000 for school expenses or childcare expenses, or really anything school related that's going to help you get through. We do have our textbook loan program. So through that program, we do cover the cost of textbooks. If you're someone who's looking to be part-time or full-time, we got you. We'll be able to cover that that book tuition for you. So we also have our academic advising. So we do have our own counselors that you'll get to tap into. And essentially you'll get to be meeting with them throughout the semester. If you get stuck, they're going to offer that academic advice that you need. There's someone who can be a resource to you and that's going to assist you really throughout your whole entire academic journey. From the very beginning, once you make contact with our program, you are set up to meet with an academic counselor so they can create that educational plan, which pretty much tells you what classes you're going to take for that semester or for the upcoming semester. And then they help you updated as you continue your journey with us. We also have mental health resources, mentoring and support. I will emphasize that mentoring and support. I know college can be a scary thing. It's gonna be a scary transition. However, you do have the Reach Guardian Scholars program where you get to meet other folks who probably more often than not have similar experiences like you. And so it just makes Mount SAC seem hopefully a little bit smaller. Hopefully you'll get to have those connections for success that you'll really need throughout your time as you continue, to achieve and head towards your educational goals. And so we do have that mentoring support. So you'll be assigned with an ambassador who is also either a current or former foster youth or a Mount SAC student themselves. And they'll be able to just kind of pass on that knowledge that they've been able to get themselves and hopefully make that transition a lot easier for you. We do have housing resources. So we work really closely with our basic needs program, which essentially assists students facing housing insecurity, food insecurity. And so if this is a challenge for you, our program is here. We're going to connect you. We're going to, be there for you. And so help you with either making a referral or getting you connected to other resources that are going to help you get that stability that you're looking for so that you're able to focus on your classes, you're able to focus on your educational goals. We do have assistance for supplies. And we have a huge study space, like I mentioned earlier in the presentation. We're located in the Equity Center, which is building 16E. If you have a chance to be on campus, we understand with COVID and everything that's going on, we are open. And so you want to come take a look around, just kind of get familiar with the space, feel free to do so. We do have a large study space. We have a lounge area. If you need to do your homework, you need to do printing, we do have that for you. And then last but not least, we do have year-round social events. I like to call them enrichment events because that's really what they are. And so this just kind of like a space that is created for our students to just come and connect with their peers, get to build those relationships needed for success, and just really have a good time at the end of the day, right? Because you are in college, you want to be networking, you want to be building those bridges, those connections that are going to help you move forward and achieve your goals. And so those are some of my favorite ones that we do get to host. For example, we have a wellness series coming up and where we'll get to build our own succulent terrains. And so these are just plans that you kind of get put together, learn a little bit about them, and you get to connect with your peers at the same time. So if you're interested in applying, you think you may qualify, I would encourage you to visit our website. If you Google Mount SAC Reach, you'll be able to land in our page. And really the requirements that we have for you to be able to join our program is for you to have been a current or former foster youth. And if you're in a legal guardianship relationship, for it to have been established after the age of 13. Now, after me saying that, if you're still a little confused, you're not too sure what it means, please reach out. I'll be more than happy to connect with you and kind of walk those steps and kind of figure out whether you're eligible or not. And if you're not, how else can we help you? Maybe refer you out to other programs on campus that will be able to provide that support that you need. And so just check us out. We do have our Instagram. We post a lot of information in there. Make sure to follow us, check us out. That's another way for us to just kind of connect. And after this, I will be putting my information in the chat box as well. Please reach out if you think you qualify. You can really benefit from being part of our program. Again, we're here for you to service you. And so we hope to be in touch. And so thank you.
Thank you so much for assisting with that and for sharing that information, Briseida. Next, we have Student Life, and joining us from the Student Life's office is Miss Julia Walker.
Hello, everyone. My name is Julia Walker. I'm representing the Student Life office. I serve as the Student Center Specialist and also the Interclub Council Advisor. I'm going to be sharing some of our services as well as some ways to get involved. So first off, we have Associated Students, which is your student government. They are the official student voice at Mount SAC. We also have our student activities transcript. This is a great way to showcase the various things that you get involved with, whether it's like student government, maybe you're attending workshops, any volunteer experience. We also have recognized student clubs and organizations. We typically have about 60 plus clubs activated. However, due to the pandemic, our numbers have decreased a little bit. So we are ranging about 35 clubs activating per semester, ranging from academics, hobbies, special interest. Great way to get involved and expand your leadership skills. And then we have our Student Life Center, which is in building 9C. This is a hangout spot where you can come relax in between your classes. We have microwaves, a lot of supplies for our clubs and orgs. Your student government has their offices held there. Next, we have our LEAD program, which is a free program where you can take workshops on different leadership skills. Ranging from personal leadership and organizational leadership. You complete it at your own pace. Various staff and faculty members present the different workshops, but it's a great way to expand your leadership skills. Grievances is something we handle. So if you have like a complaint or a concern on campus, you can come visit us in the Student Life office and we can help you with that process. We also oversee student conduct. We educate and enforce the standards of conduct at Mount SAC. And then we are also the home of Lost and Found. So if you ever lose something on campus, you can visit us and there's a good chance that we have it as long as it was turned in. And then if you can go to the next slide, please. We have various different social media sites ranging from our student life to our interclub council and associated students. So if you're able to give us a follow and stay up to date on our different ways to get involved and attend some of our events that we're having this semester. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia, for sharing that information regarding student life. Our next program is the Umoja Aspire program. Ms. Mercedes Cunningham and Aaron Preston will be giving us a little bit more information in regards to it.
Hello, my name is Erin Preston. I am the program specialist for the Umoja Aspire program, and I'm joined with my colleague, Mercedes Cunningham. So we're going to tell you a little bit more about our program. So Umoja Aspire is a student success program for Black and Black identifying students. If we can go to the next slide, please. But we're open to all students. Our main goal is to increase academic success, retention, degree completion, and transfer rates for African-American students and other students at the Mount SAC College. So 4 of our main objectives for the program are academic assistance, student and staff connection, cultural awareness, and motivation. And so the way that we try and incorporate these things in the program is that for academic assistance, we have our own counselors. We do different workshops throughout the semesters. We have tutoring and things like that. And so we definitely try to make sure that our students have everything in terms of academics that they need to succeed. For student and staff connection, we all work with students and we know how important it is for our students to know that they have a resource in the staff and faculty on campus. And so we really try to make sure, specifically through events like these, that our students know that they have a resource in their staff and make sure that they can go to different departments and speak to someone and make sure that their needs are met. In terms of cultural awareness, that's something that we definitely try to highlight in our program, considering that we cater to specifically Black and Black identifying students. We try to make sure that our students understand the history of Black culture and how impactful it is for our students to know who they are and where they come from. And so some of the events that we do in order to cater to that is our Black History Month luncheon. We do that every year and it's a big success. A lot of our students have told us how impactful it is for them for us to recognize Black History Month. We also take our students to what is known as the Umoja Conference. And so on the Mount SAC campus, we are known as the Umoja Aspire program. And what that means is that other campuses have what is called an Umoja program. And we are that for Mount SAC. And so if our students go to another campus and they ask, hey, do you have an Umoja program? Then they will know that they have a space specifically for them. And they're basically taking what they learned from Mount SAC and they have a route there at the new school, and they don't have to feel like they're floundering or they don't have any connections because they can go to that campus's Umoja program and sort of settle there and start roots at the new school. We also take our students to the Alvin Ailey dance company performance. Alvin Ailey was an impactful Black artist that we try to make our students aware of. So we really just try to make sure that our students are well-rounded people and students in terms of who they are and what they're exposed to. So this event is really impactful for our students because a lot of them who we've taken have said that they would have never experienced or been able to go to something like that without us. And they really appreciate being exposed to something that they really wouldn't have exposure to otherwise. So we really try to make sure that academically, culturally, and personally that our students are catered to. And finally, motivation. It seems kind of silly to say motivation, but it is really, really important, especially in these times. We are seeing, student participation rates drop at rapid speeds. And so we really try to make sure that anything that we can provide for our students to make sure that they feel motivated and taken care of, and they want to stay here on campus and stay here in the programs and continue to take classes, we really try to make sure that we can provide something like that for our students. Something that we provide is what we call the end of the year celebration. This is something that we try and provide every year for our students. for them to make sure that they know that we see what they're doing throughout the semesters. It's very easy to feel like you're, going through the motions and you're not being recognized. And this is a specific event that we hold for our students to let them know that we see you and we congratulate you on what you're doing and we're so proud of you. And something that we gift our students is a kente cloth, and that in Black culture is very important. And so we really just try to make sure that our students know that we are there for them in every aspect of their journey here at Mount SAC. And so to provide a little bit more, I'm going to push it over to my colleague, Mercedes.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Mercedes Cunningham. I work in student support with the Umoja Aspire program. And as you can see in the chat, we have recently just moved to building 6. We are on the back side of the library, right close to the basketball gym. Actually, we're on the first floor. So as soon as you walk in, you'll see we have some decorations out there to make it easy to find us. And inside our new location, we're so excited about being here. We have a space all to ourselves for the first time. And we have a huge computer lab and study space and a lounge. Feel free to come by, stop by to check out our new space. One of the perks of being in this new location is that right outside the building, there's this beautiful lawn and outdoor space. And so we are actually borrowing a program from the UCs that's called Black Thursdays. And so every Thursday from 12 to 2 p.m. We'll be outside, and it's just a time to come together in community and to kind of exude and cultivate Black joy and Black excellence on campus. Yeah, so it's a beautiful location. We're so looking forward to seeing you all there, for you to come check out a new space. If you want to learn more about our program, feel free to give us a call, email us, it's listed there. It's aspire@mountsac.edu. Stop by our website, and that's also where you get instructions to apply for a program. It's open to any student, and so fill out our quick little application. We also have an Instagram, so we're trying to figure out ways to make it to make ourselves more accessible to you all. So check out our Instagram, Mount SAC Aspire. Once you join our program, you'll get an invitation to our Canvas Hub and also to our Umoja Aspire GroupMe. And so that way you can stay updated with our events, things that are going on campus, and also communicate easily with one another. And lastly, I want to leave you all with an African proverb that we try to embody as a program and instill in all of our students. And it goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erin and Mercedes, for sharing this wonderful information. We're going to go ahead and move on to High School Outreach, our Connect 4 program. And for that, we have Salote joining us to give us a little bit more information.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm one of the high school outreach specialists at Mount SAC, your high school outreach. And we are known at the local high schools within our district, Connect 4. So we offer Connect 4 to all of your students, seniors in high school. And what we do is we support your students with the registration process. So here is some of the things that we do at the high schools. We bring all our registration process, like we do a general presentation to the senior class at the high school. And if they are interested in coming to Mount SAC after they graduate from their high schools, we help them with how to apply to Mount SAC. We help them also with financial aid through the process, this process that you are all here today with. We help them with the assessment questionnaire, online orientation, the map workshop. They would actually get to see a Mount SAC counselor when they come to our workshop. And just by going through these 3 steps, the 4th step would be they get to get early registration for the fall semester, because if you've known some students who have gone through this process, once you're a new student at Mount SAC, you kind of have like the last registration date, but through Connect 4 with us through high school outreach, we give your student the opportunity to register early with us. That means they can get their classes early on, like their English or math registered with, and we also help them with the special programs as what you've heard today and the rest of the classes, rest of the programs you're going to hear today. But we promote the application process. We do all of these events on campus and now virtually. So keep in mind, we'll be sending out more information and details to your high schools about more events to come, where we give the opportunity for your students, if they're kind of decisive of going to Mount SAC, we have campus tours, we have these virtual events and in-person events to give the opportunity for your students to see our campus. So a lot of the programs that you've heard today, we also promote all those programs. And if you have any other questions, we have our details in the next slide, and we also promote summer programs and all of the programs that you heard today. But here's our contact information. We do have our YouTube videos and our Instagram that you guys can have your students follow us for more updates when we come out to the high schools. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for sharing, Salote. Great tips and information for everyone. Again, contact information for a lot of us, we're dropping into the chat, so you'll be able to find quite a bit of that, and it will also be emailed to you. I know we've gone through quite a few programs. Next, we have our Bridge program, and Cynthia Orozco is here to give us a little bit more information.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. It's nice for you all to be here. So my name is Cynthia Orozco, and I am the Educational Advisor for the Bridge program. And in the next slide, I'll go over our Summer Bridge program. So this is a specific program for brand new, freshly graduated high school seniors to help them get a head start over the summer by completing a general education class, getting connected to counselors, to also new students connected to the campus, getting a bunch of freebies just for being here, and also just giving you the tools to understand the way college works and how to succeed here. So it is a full 6-week program. Our application will open up toward the end of November or by the end of this year, and our deadline is always around April 15th, okay? So you'll have plenty of time, and you'll hear about this program through the high school outreach team. So Salote, who talked earlier. So they'll be out in your high schools, either virtually helping you apply for these, but you can also reach out to us in our website, which is listed right there as mounsac.edu/bridge/summer. And in the next slide, we go over another component of our program, which is the Fall and Spring Bridge program. So this is for current Mount SAC students, or even as new students. Once you continue into the future semesters at Mount SAC, you can still be part of the Bridge program and help get support completing your math and English classes with counselors and tutors, and you have access to our center and a lot of other great things. So please consider us as you start your transition into Mount SAC and for your entire time at the college as well. Thank you all.
Thank you, Cynthia. Our next program is the STEP program, our Summer Transition Enrichment Program, and Bianca Ward is here to explain a little bit more.
Oh, hi everyone. Actually, I'm going to be talking a little more about the STEP program, and then Blanca's going to join in a little bit to talk about the Promise Plus program. So welcome everyone. So excited to be here. My name is Elmer Rodriguez. I'm a counselor here at Mount SAC, and I'm also one of the professors in the STEP program. So just like the Bridge program, we also have another opportunity for you for the summer. I know that in the summer, there's going to be a lot of transitions for you. You're going to be graduating, you're going to be finishing high school, and you're going to be, congratulating yourself. But also it's a time for you to decide, right, where do I go next? What do I do? Some of you might decide to go to a Cal State. Some of you might go to a UC, and some of you might come to Mount SAC. So know that Mount SAC is ready for you. We're equipped to help you to transition. Our summer program, Summer Transition Enrichment Program, that's what STEP stands for. That's what is here for, to help you. So if you can please go to the next slide. So what is the Summer Transition Enrichment Program? What it truly is a summer program. It's a 2-week program. It's a fast program. So 8 days, everyone, that's all I'm asking for you. 8 days and you're done. So you're like, Elmer, I want to have my summer off. I want to, transition. Perfect. You can still go on your vacations, have time with your family. It's only 8 days. So what is STEP? It's specifically Counseling 1 Introduction to College class, in which you're going to learn more about time management, learn more about resources on campus. We're going to teach you how to connect with other people on campus too, make amazing friends, and work with us as counselors to guide you through this process, not only during the summer, but beyond the summer as well. Now, who can join this program? Anyone who's graduated this, already, or who will be graduating next year can join our program. So we have amazing services. One of the things that we tell you to remind you of is make sure to apply for the college first, and make sure that you do the summer application for the college. I know most of you do the fall application, but if you would like to join any of the summer programs, please make sure to also do the summer application. Also, a reminder in regards to financial aid, which is perfect because you're here right now applying for financial aid, right? So make sure that you submit your financial aid for the California DREAM Act or FAFSA, depending which one applies to you. And what's really important is that for summer, remember, for the summer one, you have to do the 21-22 FAFSA or DREAM Act if you would like to get that covered through the summer. Okay, very, very important, because the 22-23 is for the fall and beyond. So claim your account. Salote and other staff members will be helping you with that at the high school outreach. We can also help you with that too. So we have a team of amazing people ready to support you. So next slide, please. So some of the benefits which actually come through to you through the Promise Class, which you're going to hear a little bit more about if you're able to join the program, right? It could be up to a year of free benefits, right? Things like early registration, which, it was mentioned earlier that it is really, really important to have an early registration, because what does that mean? It means you get to register before anybody else does. So it is a privilege to have that, and you can earn that by being part of our summer programs and then get involved with the program that's going to speak to next. Also, you can get a free laptop, right? You can borrow a laptop for an entire year. You can actually borrow a calculator, borrow other resources. And more importantly, you're part of a community of learners that we're going to help you transition, because we want your success. Yes, a lot is happening. Yes, we are still in the pandemic, but we're here and we're ready to help you because we care about you and we care about your well-being as well. And lastly, you will see our contact information in the next slide. So this is our contact information. Again, my name is Elmer Rodriguez. I am one of the professors and also someone that assists with the STEP program. So I'm really, really excited, looking forward to getting to know all of you. I'll put a flyer also in the chat box for you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Elmer, for sharing the information in regards to STEP and for joining us today. Our next program is the Promise Plus program. And for that, Bianca Ward will be joining and giving us a little bit more information.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. Hello, everyone. My name is Bianca Valle Ward. I am the coordinator for the Promise Plus program, and you can see our contact information is right there. It'll also be again at the bottom of the next slide. That's okay. Awesome. So the Promise Plus program is a program that combines both financial support and student services support to our students. So it's really a combined effort to make sure that we are able to treat our students holistically within their first 2 years of college. It's really an amazing opportunity for you to be able to really utilize a lot of the benefits that Mount SAC has to offer through a program that is dedicated to making sure that you succeed. We do have some qualifications, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that, and then how can you get into Promise Plus, and then what do we offer? So how to qualify. As Elmer and Cynthia both talked about, we do have a requirement that you participate in one of those summer programs. So whether it's Summer Bridge or STEP, we have no preference. They're both awesome, amazing programs, and you would be blessed to be part of either one of those programs. It's really about what fits you personally, right? So when you're considering a summer program, look at both programs and see what works best for you. And specifically speaking of Promise Plus, you must be a first-time college student, meaning your very first semester of college is during that summer program. Now, if you took summer classes or college classes as a high school student, that's okay. We don't count those. against you, but you do have to have been a first-time college student during your summer program, which would be for this upcoming summer, 2022. So if you are a transfer student or you've taken college classes post-high school somewhere else, then unfortunately you would not be qualified for Promise Plus. You also have to be a California resident or AB 540 eligible. So when we do say AB 540 eligible, that does mean that you will have to update your residency. And there's a whole process for that, if that does qualify or apply to you, that Promise will help direct you to admissions to that paperwork to get that result. You absolutely have to submit a financial aid, whether that's a FAFSA or a California DREAM Act. So you don't necessarily have to qualify. We are not a needs-based program, but you do have to at least submit an application. And that is a requirement for each academic year that you are in Promise for up to 2 years. So for next academic year, that'll be for 2022-23. So that academic year is the one that you would have to be during your first year. And again, you only have to submit it. You do not have to fully qualify. You just have to submit. Okay. And then you also have to submit or select a major or certificate program. So if you're in a certificate program, it has to be at least 16 plus units minimum. And during your summer program, your amazing counselors in STEP and Summerbridge will help you to do that. So if you don't know what major you're going to be right now, that's okay. And a lot of students come in undeclared or undecided. And over the summer, their counselors kind of help them decide what would be best for their own personal dreams and goals. So we're not here to force you, and you can always change your major at a later date, but you cannot be undeclared or in a certificate program under 16 units for Promise Plus. Okay, so how do you participate? You do need to participate in one of those summer programs as previously mentioned, which means that you do have to apply for summer 2022 Mount SAC application, as Elmer stated. And then you have to do your assessment questionnaire. So that's really quick. It's online, super simple. You don't actually have to apply for Promise Plus. So the beauty of Promise Plus is that we're actually just going to go through the rosters of Summerbridge students and STEP students and see if you meet all of the criteria that I mentioned already. And if you do, we reach out to you via your student email and say, hey, you meet all of these criteria. We want to accept you into Promise. Or we'll say, hey, you meet all the criteria, but one, you didn't do your financial aid yet. Let's get that done so that you can be part of Promise. So we actually reach out to you. You don't actually have to apply for our program, and we actually seek you out. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so these are some of the benefits that we offer. It does change year to year because we are a grant-based program, so it really depends on our funding. So this is a sample from this academic year, and actually this year we're able to add some benefits. So far we haven't had to scale back. We've actually been able to add. So we hope that that continues, but we do our very best to meet the needs of the students. And we poll our students to see what can best help them. So this is what was decided and distributed this year. So we did offer for part-time and full-time students, we take both. So we can have part-time and full-time students in our program, and there's only a slight difference in benefits. So this semester we offered Stater Brothers cards so that students could buy groceries for themselves and their families. A part-time student received $100 and a full-time student received $200. We also offered a on-campus food card, same amounts, $100 and $200, and that's to purchase on-campus food at any of the places on campus that serve food, because we know when you're on campus, sometimes you get hungry. We want to make sure your tummy's filled so that you're focused in your classes. We also provide book grants to help pay for those classes and the books that you need. So any of the supplies that your classes ask for, part-time students get $150 and full-time get $300. We also offer a graphing calculator loan because those calculators are very expensive and sometimes you only need them once and it's a lot of money. So we actually loan those out to our students for the semester so that you can have that, you don't have to worry about that. And then you get to bring it back to us and then continue to share that wealth with other students. This year, brand new, we are offering scholarships. At the completion of your first year in Promise, you'll be eligible to apply for a $500 scholarship. And for our second years who are transferring, they're going to be able to apply for a $2,000 scholarship to take with them to their next university when they're pursuing their four-year college goals. And for our graduating second year students this year, they will be receiving a cap and gown, a Promise sash to wear to their commencement, a diploma frame, completion medallion, and they get to participate in our grad fest that we host, as well as some other goodies and surprises that we send to our students for completing our program. So what other benefits do we provide? That's a lot, right? But we still have a little bit more. We do provide some Mountie gear, so sweaters and t-shirts. We also pay for your fall and spring mandatory fees. So if you qualify for the Promise Grant through the California College Promise Grant through your financial aid, that covers your tuition, but it doesn't pay for your mandatory fees, which are those additional approximately $50 fees. Promise Plus will pick that up. So if your financial aid covers your tuition and Promise Plus pays your mandatory fees, you pay $0. So that's awesome. But if you don't qualify for financial aid, at least you have your mandatory fees covered through Promise Plus. We also offer additional support. We have counselors in our program that will meet with you. We offer workshops that are tailored to what we think our students are struggling with and what information and resources can we tie them to. We're giving away free family meals for Thanksgiving this year so that students could take home a family of 4 package meal so that they can share and participate in the upcoming holiday. We're planning some field trips and some exciting things. So we're growing and we're excited to help you. And we hope to see you this upcoming summer as either Bridge or STEP students and eventually as Promise Plus students. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bianca, for all that amazing information. So for right now, I would just like to thank all the Mount SAC staff and programs that have joined us today to talk about the resource fair. If you guys have any questions, you are more than welcome to use the Q&A chat feature. If there's anything that you have pressing that you would like to ask the programs. Otherwise, we have provided a lot of the contact information either via email and or through your chat as well.